Hey everybody, your favorite broker owner, Roy Caballo, enjoying a little outside time. I think it might rain today, I'm not really sure. Outside the board of Realtors, working on another piece of the GRI course, because it is kind of a little bit extensive. Figure there's 6 pieces to the 100 series, and then there's a 200 series and a 300 series, but that's not what today is about. So something that kind of came to my mind during one of the discussions that we were having about, your agent, your realtor communicating with buyers and sellers, right? There are some questions that we just can't answer. What do you think my taxes are going to be? Hopefully you never have an agent that comments on that, right? That's not our realm of expertise. Hopefully they're directing you to the tax estimator page. Another common question: what do you think about the area? Well, number one, that's really, really close to treading on a fair housing violation. We're not supposed to comment on that kind of stuff. You want to know about crime in the area? Not a problem. I will give you the link to the Sheriff's Department crime map. We're taught to be the source of the source. Another common question: seller says, what do you think my home is worth? The agent that comes out of their mouth like that and gives you a price, not sure that's the agent you want to really use. I mean, have they researched your property? Is this your first conversation with them? How do they know? I mean, if they haven't studied the market stats, if they haven't looked at your particular property, if they haven't said, you know what, I don't know, but give me a little bit of time. Let's set up an appointment to talk, because until I see your property and get an opportunity to look at the market stats for your particular area, for your zip code, for your neighborhood, I can't really give you a good number. What have you done to your home? Let's set up an appointment where we can talk about that. Agents get tons of questions, and we're not being aloof, we're not being distant. There's just certain questions that we can't answer until we actually have a sit-down appointment with you, or we have a more in-depth appointment with you as to what's your motivation. What do you want to get out of this? Do you have a real estate plan? Is there something? Have you actually thought this out? When you sell, where are you going? What are you doing with the money? How much do you owe on your current loan? That's something that if your agent is one of those proactive types like us, we do seller net sheets. I would like to give you a ballpark figure, an estimate of what you could get as a bottom line on your transaction. But I can't do that if you can't tell me what you owe on the property. And a lot of people just don't really track that. They're just making their payments, right? I routinely ask my customers, my sellers, what have you done? Have you upgraded the air conditioning? Have you done anything with the roof? I will actually ask my customers, can you please do me a list of everything that you've done? When was the last time you had the air conditioning service? When was the last time you had the water system service? When was the last time you painted? When was the last time you had the septic tank pump? Have you done anything with the roof? Have you had any kind of flood damage? And sometimes I'll take that, if I get it in time, or if I can really make it look like a business-ish document, we'll actually put that in the home so that when potential buyers come around for showings, they can just pick it up and take it with them, and they have a snapshot of everything, because the multiple listing service does limit how much space we have to input a property description, right? So I guess the gist of this video is kind of short and sweet, but there are some things we can answer. There are other things we can't. And to that point, let me just expand on that, right? So a realtor can answer so many things. In the state of Florida, because you guys know we're in Southwest Florida, in the state of Florida, I can't speak for other states, an agent is not allowed to, quote unquote, encumber a brokerage. So I, as the broker, I can speak freely for both my companies, both my brokerages, right? An agent can't necessarily do that. And that's just, where our agents are blessed, because all they got to do is pick up the phone, shoot me a text, shoot me a quick call, send me an email. I guarantee you I'm answering. Either I or Lisa are answering probably 98% faster than most of the other broker owners out there. So keep in mind, if you have questions, and it doesn't hurt you as a buyer or a seller to develop your list of questions before you actually meet your agent, right? nothing wrong with that. If nothing else, you're masterminding, you're strategizing, you're getting things in order so that when you do meet, when you give that agent the appointment, you already have a scheme of a thought process as far as where you're going, what you're doing, how you want to get there. And then feel out each agent, because every agent might not be the right agent for you. Different agents have different motivations. And please, 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 this is just for me, don't hate on the part-time agents. I say that with all heartfelt sincerity because I started as a part-time agent, right? When I was still active duty, I had my real estate license and I was a part-time agent. Don't hate on them. They're trying really, really hard to get to hopefully where I am. So don't hate on them, right? Hopefully your part-time agents have somebody like me that they can reach out to real quick. And keep this in mind. Noah built the ark. He wasn't a boat builder. He didn't have like ages and ages and ages of experience building boats, but he built a pretty darn good one, right? The Titanic was built by professionals, and right now it's sitting 16,000 feet underwater. So the new person that's a little bit hungry, that has the right support network, that might be the best person for you. Okay, I have to get back into class here shortly. I just want to come out and make a quick video, give you some thoughts on don't beat up your agent. Have some good conversations with them because they're going to try and help you do amazing things, right? Roy Cavallo, broker owner. You guys know how to get a hold of me. Send me a text. Please like, subscribe. I'm constantly getting people to the channel, and I want to say thank you so much for doing that and giving me the opportunity to share my real estate knowledge with everybody. Hope everybody has a great week and a great weekend. Talk to you later.